Cha 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 cha. 1 2 1 2 ta 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 ta.
I can hear it, yeah.
Chloe Eudaly, please come to the stage. Councilwoman Chloe, we need you at the stage. We're going to start up in just a minute here. Thanks so much for your patience. We're going to start with a little a legal ritual. There it is. Ooh, there she is. Sorry. I'd like to welcome to the stage Councilwoman Chloe Eudaly. Without her, none of this would have been possible, and here she be.
Hello, Portland! I have to watch my language now that I'm an elected official, but this is freaking awesome! And it's like old home week at City Hall, which is literally something I've never said. So seriously, you guys should come here more often. I'm so excited to be here with you tonight, celebrating Dead Moon. This night is to formally recognize a band and a group of people. All right. Who have impacted the larger cultural landscape, but most importantly and most notably, the people around them. Their music speaks for itself, raw rock steeped in soul and punk, but the kindness of Fred, Toody, and Andrew only lends to their authenticity, I can say that, authenticity, and their appeal. So Fred, Toody, and Andrew, wherever you are, thank you for holding on and staying true to the dream. And setting an example for the rest of us. I know many of us, whoa, we've got some excitement up here. I know many of us are experiencing a kind of root shock as we've watched the city we love rapidly changing over the last decade or so. But we can't let that stop us from working to preserve our remaining cultural treasures or from creating new ones. One of my many missions as a Portland City Commissioner is to recognize many of the officially unsung heroes who have made Portland, Portland. I can't think of more deserving recipients in the music scene than Fred, Toody, and Andrew. Although I don't know them, I feel like I have an incredibly long history with this band. My parents used to hang out at the Crystal Ballroom, which in the 60s, before it was a fancy McMinimans, and where Fred and Toody hung out as well. Dead Moon has existed almost as long as I've been going to punk shows in Portland. And I was trying to figure out with Matt, this is one of those things maybe I shouldn't say in public, but whatever, I was a teenager, trying to figure out with Matt. I don't know if it was Matt or Andrew who bought me my first and last bottle of Mad Dog. But Matt said if I paid for it, if I paid for it, it definitely wasn't him. So before I launch into the thank yous, I have a special message. Are Fred and Toody out here? Oh, the thrones! I can't see you guys. I feel so silly. Okay. I have a special message from Samantha Gladu, who is currently touring Europe with her band Piss Test. She says, I'm so sad to miss this. We just wrapped up. Oh my God. Oh no, it's not here. the back. Yeah, okay. Good God. Two-sided printing. I hate this. All right. We just wrapped up a show in Karlsruhe, Germany, and declared it Dead Moon Night here. Everyone raised their beers, and now Dead Moon is blasting on the speakers, and people are sharing their memories. My favorite so far is a mom telling me that she used to wear a classic Dead Moon logo shirt all the time, and now she's given it to her 10-year-old son. So, you're being toasted from 2 continents this evening. I do want to say congratulations to Eric Isaacson and Aaron Yankee for making the $50,000 mark on Kickstarter for the incredible book they're putting out. So it's happening, people, but it's not too late to pledge. And as these things work, often the more pledges you get, the better you can make the item and the cheaper it can become. So I'm encouraging everybody to just Google Dead Moon Kickstarter. So now to thank yous, which are on the back of one of these damn pages. This is... And I need my phone so I can do a crowd selfie. Okay. So first of all, thank you to all the volunteers who are here tonight. I think there's at least a couple dozen people who we couldn't have pulled this off without. Thank you to Michelle for taking photos wherever you are. Holly, Jesse, Rochelle, and Shelley for slinging beers inside. That's a rare occurrence at Portland City Hall, just so you know. I thought I could have a wet bar in my office for after hours entertainment, and they said no, absolutely not. So it's not like the old days. Trace Shannon, everybody. Let's say thank you to Trace for the donuts and the love. The committee that put this together, Eric Isaacson, Aaron Yankee, Jay, Kate, Kay, Kyle, Anton, Tobias Berblinger, and my staffers, Pollyann Burge, who might be lying flat on the ground somewhere at this point. Pollyann, are you still with us? And Robin Mullins. So let's give everyone a big round of applause. It's called applause, yes. And finally, big thanks to our generous sponsors, Voodoo Donuts, Sizzle Pie, Atlas Pizza, PBR, and Burnside Brewing. Thank you, everybody. So I don't know if everyone realizes this, but with the power vested in me, I'm about to make an official proclamation. I'm going to look at Fred and Toody now.
Where are they? They need to be up here.
They're in their thrones right over there, sir. Okay. Whereas, in 1966, Fred Cole and his band, The Weeds, unexpectedly landed in Portland, Oregon, where at a coffee house called The Folk Singer on Southwest 13th Avenue, he spotted a young Toody Connor from the corner of his eye, and Toody later heard Fred's haunting vocals from the Midtown Ballroom stage. 2 decades later, the couple would meet the charming Andrew Loomis at Rock Club Satyricon on Northwest 6th Avenue, and the trio were destined to form the band they'd call Dead Moon in 1987. And whereas Dead Moon was woven into the fabric of the city and its community, Fred and Toody selling sticks and strings at their Deacon Building music shop and hangout, Captain Whiz Eagle, okay, starting band after band with Portland musicians, the two sharing rock and roll war stories while raising their 3 kids. Meanwhile, Andrew was a well-known fixture. Actually, I think the last time I saw Andrew was sitting at the bar in Satyricon, so well-known fixture around town at places like Satyricon and EJ's. Dead Moon even cut their vinyl masters on the same lathe that cut the Kingsman's Louie Louie at Portland's Northwestern Recording Studio, pioneers of a fiercely independent, do-it-yourself spirit. And whereas Dead Moon has been an economic force helping sustain, inspire, and grow Portland's music scene, its record stores, music shops, its poster artists and sound engineers, the hardworking bartenders flinging drinks at clubs, the people booking bands, the countless musicians sharing the stage, and the fans coming from down the street and across the globe to support Portland music, build its business ecosystem, and foster a one-of-a-kind camaraderie and supportive home. And whereas Dead Moon is more than just a band, it is a whole greater than the sum of its parts, an ethos and identity for an international tribe, many emblazoned with the same iconic skull and moon. Do we have any skull and moon tattoos here tonight? Yeah. Fred definitely has one, I think. Some of that tribe are still with us, some only in spirit of a pre-show huddle. The band and the unwavering candle flicker of its wax-laden Jack Daniels bottle is a beacon to the DIY underdog. Dead Moon truly are musical ambassadors of Portland. Now, therefore, I, Chloe Eudaly, Portland City Commissioner, on behalf of Ted Wheeler, Mayor of the City of Portland, Oregon, the City of Roses, do hereby proclaim October 5th, 2017, to be Dead Moon Night. And I encourage all residents of our fine city to observe this night, however they see fit. So, we gotta do a quick selfie, everybody. I'm sorry. My friends think I should have been a millennial because I hate labels, I love emojis, and I take these stupid selfies, so bear with me. All right, ready? You guys didn't sound that enthusiastic about it. All right. Thank you, everyone, and I believe we will now welcome Eric back to the stage.
Thank you so much, Chloe. All right, I'm going to keep it brief. I just want to say one quick thing. I thought this would be a lot more surreal feeling to honor a punk rock band as sort of the ambassadors of our city, but it feels pretty normal, strangely. Strange moment in history we're living in. Fred, Toody, and Andrew, for them, business was always really personal. And a lot of why I think this world is so screwed up right now is because people try to compartmentalize. They try to keep their art over here, their business over here, their friendship over here, their politics over here, their love over here. And they sort of quarantine everything from each other as if they should be in their own worlds. And I really think this is stupid. And this is something Fred and Toody have taught me. Keeping these things in their own little boxes really leads to people being shitty to each other. It leads to people being shitty politicians. It leads to people being shitty business people. It's not the way to do things. So Fred and Toody, beyond being, and Dead Moon, beyond being a great rock band, are just good role models. They're not saints, but they're righteous and honest people. And in the end, Fred, Toody, and Andrew changed a lot of people's lives for the better, and they certainly illuminated my path. And Fred and Toody would probably just classify themselves as just nuts and bolts working class people who happen to have a band as one of their many enterprises. And Andrew Loomis, he would have considered himself just a drummer who was a nice guy to hang out at a bar. He had no ego about it. None of them did. But whether they like it or not, you're screwed. You're heroes to thousands of people. Thousands around the world. And that's real. It's a fact. All right, before I get too teary-eyed, I'm just gonna stop there. But I just want to say we're all so thankful to you guys for your hard work and for your vision. You're, amazing. All right, so what's going to happen tonight is there's going to be 13 bands. And it's almost like a this is your life kind of thing. It's going to happen. We're going to start off with a band made up of 2 great Portland musicians and one guy who learned just to play bass 2 weeks ago. So I'm going to welcome to the stage Sean Krogan and Aaron Yankee. Sean Krogan from bands like Cracker Bash, a million other bands. One of the best people in Portland. Aaron Yankee, she was in a million bands, co-director of the movie Arresting Power, editor of the New Dead Moon book, etc. And I'm going to honor you guys by facing my most primordial fear, which is of playing a string instrument. No, I ain't singing. I'm not going that deep into the darkness. But I'm gonna play bass. And I learned how to play bass 2 weeks ago. You probably could play bass better than me, but I'm gonna try it. And turn me way down in the mix, Mike. Way down.
What a thrill. I want to thank Fred and Toody and Patrick for letting me hang out for countless hours at Whiz Eagles and then like spending a quarter when I left for one guitar pick or maybe one like a high E string. Thank you for being such a great inspiration. Thank you for your kindness and the beauty that you've given me. Thank you so much. And Andrew, thank you. You ready?
It's a new pain in my brain that you got me on my bed. Doesn't tell you never know, cause I can easily make cold. I'm a single city, but you're not my side. But the feeling to this, while I try my best. Treat like poison, even when the lights on, guess I might as well be dead. Ah, I'm in the grave. I'm trying to sit in my head to beat it with my life's a red. The pills I took in my pain is cause me just ain't working. I put the noose around my neck the way I feel it probably break. Love my feet evil cause I know I try it just gets worse. Treat me like poison, even when the lights on, oh I might as well be dead. Ah, I'm in the grave. Love is like an endless hell. What you do to me, you know too well. You won't give me the time. I'm on the firing line, addicted and disposed. Bars and guards are closed. Well, I might as well be dead. I'm in the grave. I'm in the grave. I'm in the grave. I'm in the graveyard.
Right, sorry. There we are. Sorry about that. Thanks for your patience and tolerance. So the first, it was something. It happened. That just happened. All right, our first big surprise of the night. This artist came all the way from Berlin and flew in just to play tonight with her band, Top Down. Her name is Simone. She plays with Charlie Struggle, and Aaron Yankee is going to play behind them. Come on up. Get on up here. Make it happen. Fred and Toody had no idea that Simone was coming, and Simone has lived in Fred and Toody's driveway for half the time. She's toured with Dead Moon extensively, Pierced Arrows. She's like family, so it's amazing she's here. She has to go over and give him a hug, so we indulge your patience.
Hey, Charlie, I think that's our mic.
What's that?
That's our mic.
That's what mic?
Oh my gosh.
You can use that mic. On the way from Berlin.
All the way.
Alright, I think we're just doing two mics.
Oh, you want to do two mics?
Yeah, I don't think we can do one mic. Yet.
Okay.
Sure. Actually, just
Okay.
two mics.
Cool. Check. Okay, excellent. Sweet. Awesome.
Ready?
Yeah.
I had to trace the clouds with a dark side looking. I couldn't play the lights just the way it's been. I never wanted to clear the pages in my life. I just came across to try it one more time. I wanna live these times with you. 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 I couldn't see the road, the spines been wiped out. I couldn't hear you once, the silence stunned the crowd. I was ready to change before it slipped away. I wanna steal the heart that holds break of day. I wanna live these times with you. 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 With some false delay before we take the fall. It seemed to capture the pain before we face the wall. I never understood the things that cause our plight. I guess shadows falling down will make things right. I wanna live these times with you. I wanna live these times with you. I
Thanks, Fred and Toody.
Thanks for having us. I want to thank Fred and Toody from the bottom of my heart for everything that you've done for me, and it was shitload. And one of those things was to give me that guitar. Fred gave me that guitar from his bedroom 3 years ago, which pretty much started this band. Thank you.
That's true.
All right, if you're not a little teary after that, then you have no heart. You have no heart. All right, the next band coming up has a lot of great people in it. It's kind of a hodgepodge. We got Eli Johnson from the Heavy Johnson Trio. They've played 1 million times with Dead Moon over the years. You know, he actually co-owns a Dots Cafe. You guys should just come up on stage when I'm yakking. I don't want... I'm just buying you time. So Eli Johnson co-owns Dots, Atlas Pizza, and used a lot of the lessons he learned from Fred and Toody to keep those things going. And you can really feel it when you go in those places. It's great. We got Dave Rives and Kyle Huth, who played in a bunch of bands, a lot of them together. The Goddamn Gentlemen, Fist City, DRC3, all these bands. Rives is currently in the Archangel Thunderbird. So all three of these guys rarely missed a Dead Moon show when we were at EJ's and Bravati's and Dante's and all those great places. And they really took home a lot of lessons from Fred and Toody. You know, life lessons and musical lessons, but more life lessons than anything else. And as a special treat, coming to the stage is none other than Amanda, who happens to be Fred and Toody's daughter, and Gwen, who happens to be Fred and Toody's granddaughter, who will be playing with these gentlemen tonight. It's pretty damn exciting. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Hang on, you. That's right. A small stage, right? I know. Yeah. We gotta be careful not to fall off. Thanks.
All right. Good evening, good listeners. Not only is it a huge honor for us to play up here, but to have Fred and Toody's daughter and granddaughter up here. It's really amazing. Thanks to all you guys for coming out, and we're going to do our best with Fire in the Western World.
The red sky's moaning, the wind is blowing on. Better take warning, 'cause this time it's gone too far. We've been smoking it more, enjoying it less. Better stop using, there'll be nothing left. The eyes of defiance slowly being crushed to death. Ooh, there's a fire in the western world. Fire in the western world. House in shambles, tripwire under the door. 18 wasted trying to hide a crack in the floor. I don't know what you're doing, don't really care. School's just a missing, going nowhere. Running for your life while the scandals are burning the stairs. Ooh, there's a fire in the western world. Fire in the western world. Can't you hear the rooster crowing in the dead of night? But don't you wanna try some jackbird, step out of line? It's a concrete jungle, stones and tears, fast becoming what everybody fears. And just color, the message keeps cutting clear. But there's a fire in the western world. Thank you.
Okay, so next up, we have an extremely important person to the Dead Moon legacy coming up next. It's a little band called the Muddy River Nightmare Band. And one of the gentlemen in this band, you guys can just come up and take the stage. I'm just talking to waste time while you come on up. So come on up and plug in. Come on up here. So the reason this guy is so important is the man who designed the Dead Moon logo is in this band, Kelly Manahan. It's kind of a big deal. It's kind of a big deal. Unsung hero.
It felt pretty cool at the time.
I bet you felt awesome.
It was like I was a guy trying to drop out of art school, trying to not really have a job, and with hanging out in guitar stores.
And yet, but there was a divine light that came down upon you in that moment.
And I said, man, I really need a job. And Fred's like, well, my band really needs a logo. And I was like, oh, well, that seems pretty reasonable. And then he gave me a job working in his guitar store, and then 30 years later, I own a guitar store, and I Still, yeah, and I curse you every day for it.
You ruined this man's life.
Yeah, so bad.
Well, here they are, the Muddy River Nightmare Band.
So while this is happening, thanks, Fred and Toody. Thanks from a grateful city. Sometimes some parts of the city might not seem so grateful, but the important ones are. And you guys have done wonderful work, and you've done wonderful things. We're thankful. I'm thankful, and it's a pretty huge community of people that you guys affected worldwide and citywide, and you deserve the recognition that you get tonight. Kelly? Hold on. All right. I'm gonna go. I'll take my spot. Side stage. Stay over there, friend. Is there power on this side of the stage? Ask that guy. You got the power somewhere on this side of the stage? Courtesy jacket, I think, right? It's a good time to pause, think about your favorite Dead Moon moments, the memories that you share. I mean, there's a big group of people, and this is some important stuff. There's a large and this is a big extended family. We're all brothers and sisters here. That's a little something, right? At City Hall. Finally.
Oh, yeah. You'd think I did this for a living. All right, let's try this.
I'm so bad because of you. I ain't nothing that I won't do. Lots of clothes, ruby rings, but it costs money to do those things. It's all a line of cheap, rob and I steal. Try to hate you, but you know I never will. I'm so high to do it out of our time. Neighbor's gotta leave you alive. I'm so weak, Saturday, out of time, standing dead. Bought you a Cadillac with all the frills. I brought you back. You want more still? It's all a line of cheap, rob and I steal. Gotta hit you, but you know I never will. Love so tired, that no matter how to shine, we're always gonna leave her alive.
Come on and show it to me.
I work all day, I work all night, Just hit me right, buy you a house on the hill. Why bought you that? You want more still. So a lie and a cheat, a rob and I steal. Try to hate you, woman, but you know I never will. Love won't die, no matter how hard I try. Woman's got an evil eye. Woman's got an evil eye. The woman's got an evil eye.
Thanks, Fred. Thanks, Toody. Thanks, City Hall. Thanks, Chloe Eudaly.
Thanks, guys. I love you so much.
All right, we're carrying on. Lucky 13s, come on to the stage. The Lucky 13s are intertwined with Fred and Toody in many ways, particularly by a guy named Mark Sten, who's about to hit the stage. He played in the Range Rats, King Bee, other bands with Fred Cole over the years. Also wrote the book, the actual book on Portland punk rock, all ages, which you must check out. The Lucky 13s. Coming to the stage. Jeffrey Larson's in this band right behind me. I used to buy records from this guy when I was a nervous kid. Good man. And we got Bradley Batlin in the band, who's in The Weaklings, Problems, Magic Gardens, a million bands, and Greg Odell and Brian Kozanek. It's a big one. Serious business. So Fred and Toody, you guys can't see this crowd, can you? Just so you know, I think I've prided myself on counting crowds. That's one of my things. And I would say there's 900 people here. This looks like 900 people. Not 1,000, 900. And here's the Lucky 13s.
Donald Trump would call that 3 million.
Yeah.
Thanks for asking us to be part of this. We're really happy to be here. Going to a Dead Moon show is always like going to church, see all your friends, see all the family, and it's always a good time. Great memories. Thank you. could you know you came so long ago? The light in corridor, flash lightning, thunderstorm. Hey! Into the light! Into the light! Into the light! Into the light! Thank you so much. We love you, Dead Moon. Thank you.
Carrying on. That sounded good, I gotta say. Oh, next is a good one. I'm excited about this. This band that's coming to the stage has been exploring obscure music concepts since 1973 in one form or another. And they're constantly breaking new ground. They're one of the more interesting bands in the world, much less Portland. And they're taking the stage right now. We got Jacqueline and Eric Stewart, who formed the Tenses back in 2008 and have been in a million other experimental bands. Here they are, and my friend Kristen on the drums, who's been in some of the weirdest cover bands in Portland, including Pendejo and Flash Flood and the Dykes, which you should definitely check out if you ever have the opportunity. They're going to be playing an oldie, Parchment Farm, which is a song that Fred adapted for the first ever Dead Moon single. Are you guys ready? Cool. Thanks for coming.
Thanks, you guys. Thanks, Toody. Thanks, Fred.
Thank you so much, Fred and Toody. My only regret in the music biz is that we never had a record out on Tombstone Records.
Come on, that was great. That was great. Those are living legends right there. You should be privileged to be in the city with those guys. Truly amazing. And speaking of living legends, when Polly and Robin first mentioned bringing punk rock to City Hall, that's how they put it to me. They're like, we want to bring punk rock to City Hall. The first person who came into my mind is coming to the stage now, Jerry A. Or is he? Is Jerry A in the house? And he's going to be playing with a band called Ransom right here. Do I need to even give you an introduction to who Jerry A is? All right, then. Poison ID, Ring a Bell, million other... Anyway, he's coming to the stage. Here he is. Wait, no, he's not here. Well, basically, Poison ID has played probably as many shows as anybody with Dead Moon back in the day. Been playing forever. Is that Jerry in the police car? Should I introduce another band? Are you here? Come on up here, man. I don't want to talk. I want you to talk. All right, here he is.
Hey, guys. Fred and Toody. It's for the king and queen tonight. This is the Ransom. I'm very happy to, honored to have them ask me to come up and support them. Yeah, that sounds good. Say what? It's that Dead Moon sound. Happy Dead Moon Day, everybody. Hell the Kings. Un momento, por favor. There we go. All right. We're going to butcher the shit out of this song. Turn you to stone and burn out your eyes. Ruling out your lower television eye. The sentence of darkness is to realize. You think you can hide? Hold on to your ground. Time's count down, down, down. Think you can run from the acid rain? They told the sinner, it all makes you shame, shame, shame. The sinners are doctors and freaks out of rain. Life. Yourself in a psychedelic nightmare. wanna change, change, change. God, I was falling. Nothing remained. Since the doctors, the street, radio live.
Fred, Toody. Cheers, man.
You need this one?
All right, I'm going to bring some real fancy musicians to the stage. Before I do that, is Neva around by chance? Aaron, did you find Neva? I guess not. Okay, we'll do that later. These are some real fancy, high-class musicians. But they're also punks. It's cool. Marisa Anderson, right behind me, is one of my favorite, maybe my favorite guitarist in Portland. Despite the sound she just made in my ear, she's still my favorite. We got Sam Coons over on the keyboards over there, who's kind of a big deal. Using a lot of big bands, Quasi, bunch of other great stuff. He's a good one. And we got Sarah Lund on the drums. Unwound, bunch of good bands. I'm gonna get out of the way because I got complicated stuff going on. All right, here they come. What is the name of your guys' band? Do you have a name? Nameless, nothing. They're a new band. This is their first show. They're open to suggestions. Yell shit at them after they're done. Here they come.
We thought we'd have more time to set up.
Yeah, Eric was supposed to go.
We were
a little
told there
longer.
was going to be more talking.
I know how to talk, but I don't know what to say. This is rad. You guys are awesome. I can't even believe I'm up here right now. That's fucked up. Oh, I'm gonna need that. Somebody just stole my lyric sheet already, and I haven't even played.
All right, if not, then.
Eric, you should talk more.
No, I don't want to talk anymore. I'm going to introduce some much better talkers than me. No, there's better people. There's better people. I want to introduce to the stage Neva Knott, who's going to talk about Andrew Loomis just for a second while these guys are up. Because Andrew, there would be no Dead Moon with Andrew. He was an easy 33% of the band, and we miss him dearly. He was a great man. Here's Neva. Oh, I want to scratch that. We're going to have Matt Loomis talk first, who's Andrew's brother. So here he comes, and then Neva. Here they come. Thanks, Matt.
Neva wanted me to come first, so I'd be the first one to start crying. First, I wanted to thank the city of Portland, which is kind of odd because when I first saw that this was happening, I thought it was at the courthouse, and I'm like, I'm not going down there. And they said, no, it's City Hall. It's okay. Okay. I'm like, waiting for the padded wagons to come around. But me and Andrew, we grew up here in Portland. We spent our days wandering around here. And I just wanted to let people know how much he meant to me and obviously to you guys. So he really taught me a lot about music. He, was a big influence on me. But it was the details. I remember going to the SteerCon before I was 21, and Napalm Beach had just come back to town from San Francisco, and my friend and I snuck in, and Andrew came and grabbed me, and he goes, watch Sam's foot. And I'm like, what? He goes, just watch his foot. And so I stood there for an hour watching Sam Henry's foot and was memorized, but he knew when bands were good. He knew even if they weren't showing it, and he knew when bands sucked when they sounded great. But it was just a really honor to have this come true. It's just weird. And I wanted to thank everybody for coming down and making the Loomis name still round these streets.
I met Andrew in 1985 when he was like the hottest guy at Virginia Cafe. Some of you all thought the same thing. Gender neutral. I had a lifelong friendship with Andrew, and I took care of Andrew during his cancer treatment. But the story I want to tell tonight is about Dead Moon. So I'm not a musician. I can barely sing Happy Birthday on occasion, but I was pretty active in the literary and publication scene in Portland when Dead Moon was first starting out. I founded Plasm magazine in the 90s, and Dead Moon and other bands, many people in the audience were members of those bands, played parties for us, fundraisers for us, and stuff like that. Before I founded that magazine, I went to Evergreen State College in 1987. Dead Moon and Hitting Birth came up to Olympia to play a show. The reason I'm telling you guys this story is because it exemplifies how Fred, Toody, and Andrew always supported everyone else's creative endeavors. It didn't have to be music. It didn't have to be in Portland. I don't know if we even paid them gas money, but they came up to Evergreen with Hitting Birth. I'd never met Daniel Riddle or anyone else from Hitting Birth, and I had been, this is before cell phones, before the internet. I am not a musician, so I have been calling Fred going, what do we need for the show? What kind of cable is that? How do I explain this to the people at equipment checkout at school? And then I'd call Daniel at the Hitting Birth Band House. Hi, is Daniel there? This is Neva from Evergreen again. It went back and forth like this for a while. So these guys make it to Olympia. We put on the show. It's a whatever night of the week it is. There's nothing going on. The whole city is excited that there's something going on and these new Portland bands are playing. Dead Moon plays, Hitting Birth takes the stage, the pyrotechnics hit, and the whole fire alarm system goes off, sprinklers and all. In this giant cab, you know, where the cafeteria and whatnot is, and everything's getting wet. Andrew and I are running around trying to pick up all the beer that is on stage because A, we're not supposed to have beer. B, I'm not supposed to be putting on all this show. I've been checking out this equipment for a quote-unquote class project, and a good time was had by all. Daniel and I were actually reliving this moment a couple weeks ago, and he said somebody walked up to him very recently and said, hey, that show in Olympia was great. And if you look at the back of the first Hitting Birth CD, it does credit the Olympia Fire Department. I would also like to say I am not wearing a Dead Moon hoodie tonight. I am wearing a Vera hoodie, which is the first club in Europe that Dead Moon played as a tribute to all of our friends there who are eagerly awaiting video footage of tonight. So Fred and Toody, Fred and Toody, thank you for always having my back with my crazy creative endeavors. You guys did more for me than you realize. And Andrew, wherever the fuck you are, we love you.
I started playing music in Portland in '89, and Fred and Toody were already like longtime heroes by then. Actually, a lot of the people who've been up here tonight were already heroes. So I couldn't be happy. I'm lucky enough to travel around the world playing music, and wherever I go, people say, where are you from? I say, I'm from Portland, Oregon. They say, Dead Moon. And I say, yeah. And that's the end of it. That's, you know, that's a fact.
That's a fact. Louder. I think you should be louder.
Okay.
Yeah, at least.
home. Never going home. Never going home. D for the doctor, E for the eyes, F for the anger, D for a die, F for a murder. Oh, good, end of the night, dead good night, dead good night. Romeo, you need me down in New Orleans. Can't release the victim. Have you seen what I've seen in New York City? Dark across the line, riding from the light, riding from the light. A for the sister, E for my eyes, A for my anger, D for I die, F for murder. Oh, good, end of the night, dead midnight, dead midnight. Driving on the highway, breaking down slow. They thought you was looking, now I'm all alone. I'm up and abandoned, won't you take me home? Now I'm all alone, won't you take me home? D for the sister, E for my ass, A for anger, D for a dime, F for a motor. Oh, good, end of the night, dead midnight, dead midnight.
Thank you on behalf of all the Olympia punk rockers who worship you just as much as the Portland punk rockers. We love you, Fred and Toody.
Thank you for everything.
That just happened at City Hall. That was amazing. I love that. All right, next to the stage, maybe a tight contender with Poison idea for playing with Dead Moon the most would be a little band called Napalm Beach. And we got Chris Newman and his deluxe combo taking the stage right now. Come on up. Or do we? Here they come. You see a bass player. We have a bass player only. Should I? Chris is here. That's 2. 2 out of 3. Not bad. Could be better. Chris, Come on the stage, man. The people want to see you. They're very excited. Come on up.
Nice night, isn't it?
Yeah, my life isn't easy. People just leave me alone. Stepping on my fingers, they're working to the bone. Maybe I get back with you. Goddamn, I hate the blues. I try to put them in a bottle. Some put it in their arm. Either way, it's gonna kill you. Too young. When I'm back to you. Goddamn, I hate the never really listen. To all those plans I made. In this old world, I never thought you'd drive me away. Stop the thought of you. Goddamn, I hate you. Goddamn, I hate you. Yeah, I hate the blues. Yeah, I hate the blues. I hate the blues. Thank you. Thank you, friend Toody.
All right, this next band taking the stage is one of my favorites in Portland because I'm a little bit of a weirdo. Dr. Amazon, will you take the stage, please? They're going to take a second to sit up. Amanda, are you around? I can't find you. I don't see her.
Could I slide you over a little bit?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, yeah. I think Amy's going to be more right here. Okay.
So this band, it's got an illustrious crew. You got Mike Lastra in this band, who's been in a million bands in Portland. He made the Poison ID documentary, the Satyricon documentary. He's just been in the middle of a million things in town. The Poison ID documentary is shown at the Hollywood Theater on the 10th, if you want to check it out. It'll be there. Oh, they wanted me to read this statement. I have to read this statement about them.
Thank you.
Can you guys get past me okay?
Amanda's right behind you.
Oh, cool. I'm going to read this statement about Dr. Amazon. They said, Dr. Amazon would like to say in honor of the Cole and Loomis family that we are literally working in the coal mine, working downtown, working in a coal mine, whoop, about to get down. They made me say that. But before Dr. Amazon plays, I'd like to introduce a very special person to the stage. Amanda, Fred and Toody's daughter, is going to say a word, as well as a couple other members of the Cole clan. Here they come. Here's Amanda.
Okay, I have to make sure I can see him over there, so. Isn't this so cool? Okay, I'm going to try to hold back tears as I read this because I can't do it off the cuff, unfortunately. Closer to my mouth, okay. So I am speechless. We are so honored by your presence here and your enthusiastic support of what Dead Moon has meant to the Portland music scene. Unfortunately, my youngest brother Shane couldn't be here tonight, but Whedon and I have been blown away by the outpouring of your comments, like, your folks have saved my life in one way or another, or we just love them, not because of Dead Moon, but because of who they are and how they make us feel. Luckily, I too have been a recipient of their steadfast love and have realized over the years just how many people they have touched throughout their incredible lifetime. And no doubt, they will convert others tonight. When you hear the words dynamic duo, you may think of Batman and Robin, but not me. I think of Fred and Toody and how they have inspired and influenced so many musicians and entrepreneurs. This became apparent to me when I started working at Wizzigles, where so many young musicians hung around hoping to get some advice from my dad and hoping he would spend a few minutes listening to a new song of theirs to get his feedback. I didn't realize it then, but I was learning kindness and compassion. And I didn't even know it. I am so grateful for not only getting to learn how to do bookkeeping and sell merchandise, but also for seeing how actions speak louder than words, and how each and every person who entered Wizzigles was treated with respect and dignity. And of course, I can't forget Andrew, because he was like a little brother to my parents, and so, in a way, was like an uncle, I guess, to me. And he's definitely missed today, but I know he is bringing all this beautiful weather and sun, you know, the sunshine today, and if we could see the full moon, it's him shining down on us, I know it. I will always remember him as the most humorous human being, and he knew how to entertain on and off stage, and he was a kick-ass drummer. So this isn't exactly maybe a Tom Petty crowd, but I just have a story about Tom Petty because I have a special appreciation because my first rock concert was of King Bee, where my dad, my Uncle Pat, and Mark Sten, who I think is here tonight, performed with Tom Petty, who had just started out at the Portland Paramount. I was just 9 years old, and my dad took me to my first concert, and I was just excited to go see him on stage, let alone before realizing that I was going to see Tom Petty and the Ramones, which obviously a great show. Anyway, being able to see my dad was amazing, but then watching Tom Petty and the Ramones widened my music appreciation, and thanks to my dad, music and I became steadfast friends. Lastly, I'd just like to thank the folk singer and that box of red vines that brought my folks together in the first place. Thank you. I love you so much.
So Pat, do you want to say a word real quick while we're setting up? Pat, are you in the house? He took off. Okay, so be it. Well, I'm going to take this opportunity while this band plays because I have to read a bunch of thank yous, so please permit me. Of course, we have to thank Commissioner Chloe for making this all possible. One day I plan on bugging her to run for mayor. I think it could happen. She's our most progressive friend in City Hall, so keep that in mind. It's a rare thing in a city to have somebody that you can actually talk to. She's it. And you got to thank her staff, Robin Mullins and Polly Burge. This whole thing was actually Polly's idea, so we really got to give a hand to Polly, which is truly amazing. We got to thank Kate Kay for making the program and also doing a bunch of information on the website. You can actually access a bunch of stories. Am I in people's way? Sorry.
Oh, you're doing great.
Okay, just tell me if I'm in your way. I got to thank Adam Zeke for making these ridiculous thrones that Fred and Toody are sitting on. I don't know if you all can see them, but they're these amazing tombstone thrones, and they're actually strangely comfortable even. Anton Long, we got to thank for connecting us to a bunch of people. Jay Martin for doing a million little weird things that Jay Martin does. He's like sort of the guy who connects everything in a real way and just was running back and forth doing God knows what. This wouldn't happen if it wasn't for Jay Martin and his duct tape. He's like the MacGyver of this whole operation. Tobias Berlinger really needs to be thanked. He did the t-shirt, which is available at the back merch table at the back there. There's a special edition t-shirt for sale just tonight. He designed that. He designed the program. He made this amazing Dead Moon backdrop that's actually made out of wood. That ain't no joke. That ain't no paper cutout. That ain't no Kinko's crap. That is handmade by Tobias by hand. He even drew it. We really got to thank Kyle Huff, who is the stage manager tonight and played in one of the bands, but also helped pick bands, did a million things, was hustling around town getting gear all day. We got to thank Fred and Toody for lending us the gear. The back line here is actually Fred and Toody's amps, which is an important thing to realize that's happening. And we got to thank Kelly Halliburton for giving us the drum set, which is a beautiful thing. And we got to thank Mike Lastra, Anton Long, and Open Signal for documenting tonight on film. And Frank at Dante's for holding the after party, which will be right after this, right down the street. $1 to $5 to get in, not too shabby. I got to thank my neighbor, Mike, for doing the soundboard, who's right here. He's an amazing man, owns the Red Fox. He's been doing an amazing job tonight. Punk rock as hell. We pulled him out of retirement just for this evening. And we got to thank Fred, Toody, and Andrew's families for being here. There's like a whole plethora of them, and it's an amazing thing to see. I'm going to leave it there. But and I got to thank you all for showing up. It's really meaningful. I think we're at like 1,000 people now, and that's incredible. I mean, that's, you know, that's really something. All right, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about Dr. Amazon while they're setting up, because they're amazing. Amy is sitting right next to me. She's going to play clarinet. The song they're about to play, Animal, Amy actually played on the original recording of this song with the Rats. She played the clarinets. So we're bringing it all back home here. And Amy, is it true it's your birthday tomorrow? It's her birthday tomorrow. She's here to rock out. She's a living legend. It's amazing to have her here. This band is sort of filled with living legends. You got Burned Mind on the drums, Ed Gibson on the sax, Josh Mung on the vocal and synthesizer, Mike Lastro, who I mentioned earlier and you all know and love, and John Hinault is on guitar, who was in Slow Bump, which opened for Dense Moon once a month during their first run of monthly shows at Satyricon back in the day.
Oh, let's wax sentimental.
That's very sentimental. It's real.
1986, my first rock and roll show, opening for the Rats and the Wipers. With a guitar Fred sold me and an amp that he sold me. So I'm really proud to be here. Continue. Sorry to interrupt.
UHF and the Rats. These are important bands. What else do we got to say? You guys ready? How you feeling? Are you ready?
Are we getting two? Oh, Amy needs her vocal mic.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That'll be a vocal mic for Amy. Let's get that all up there. It's a very nice evening. The moon is out there somewhere, man. I feel it thumping, fucking coming out. Boom, banging. Mechanical wires and hidden desires. Get so tired, realize you just been fired. Oh, your ambition, your position, it's lost. Your hostage, working for a new age. Force of unthinkers, system dog. Concrete life! Just extra unique. And the tricksters of agony! It's just an animal! Whoa, you're just an animal! You're getting restless!
You're getting restless every day. Every day. Population! Extermination! The disease! To expire! With desperate fits! Oh, the damage is great! By a steel machine! They just put you into the chair! You worry about the sweat on your brow, cause you're dangerous now. You can't get a job. A panic crunch. You get nothing wrong. Your mind, tongue, you're just an animal. No way out. You're just an animal. You're getting restless. You're getting restless. You're getting restless. You're getting restless every day. Wires and hidden desires where they just want to use you. So discard your fear. Be hard to control. Be hard to control. They just want to sign of your soul. Don't try to decide if you're lost. You're defeated when you're born. You hit society, bro! Ah, just step through the wall! Just step through the wall! You get the ball! Just an animal! You're just an animal! With no way out! No way out! No way out! No way out! You're getting restless! Getting restless! You're getting restless every day. Thank you, everybody. You're awesome.
And that just happened at City Hall too. That's amazing. So we're going from the densest to the sparsest. I'm going to welcome to the stage now one of my favorite musicians in all of Portland, one of our, maybe our greatest, maybe a rival for Fred for greatest singer-songwriter in all of Portland, greatest songwriter. Michael Hurley is coming to the stage. And Michael is actually a pretty recent Dead Moon fan, which thrilled me to no end. You know, we went to see Fred and Toody play solo recently, and it blew his mind. And he's really the only person I know who's as prolific as Fred. He just cranks out songs constantly at the same rate, almost as Fred. Maybe there's a tight race there. The jury's out. But I'm really excited that he's here and that he has an appreciation for Fred's songwriting craft. And I'm really excited to hear how he interprets one of his songs. This is kind of linking. Keep in mind, these guys met at a club called the Folk Singer. That's a real thing that happened. But this guy hates being called a folk singer. So sorry about that, Michael. He's a rock and roller at heart, straight up. So ladies and gentlemen, here's Michael Hurley.
Jane. I'm ready to go. Jane, where did you go? Jane, where did you go? You left me out. You went back home. Where did you go? Jane, where did you go? You left me out. You went back home. Jane, what took so long? Jane, what took so long? What seemed so right turned out all wrong. Better come back, Jane. Better come back. I feel so sad. Feel so bad.
Jane. Jane. Jane.
That was great. I've always thought of Fred Cole as sort of a very traditional nuts and bolts songwriter, just like Michael is. And I've always admired his songwriting. I've bugged him endlessly at the kitchen table recently for when we were making that book for like 20 hours, making him go through each song and tell me what it was about. And he's just like, I just got to say Fred Cole is one of the greatest songwriters in the entire world. And it's nice to hear his song stripped down like that so you can really hear it, you know? All right, I wanted to introduce one more special guest to the band, to the stage to give a little talk, and that would be Morgan. Are you available, Morgan? This is a very special relative of Fred and Toody's. Here she is, Morgan.
Hello, everybody. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Fred and Toody's oldest grandchild, and I call them Graham and Cappy, so if halfway through the speech you're wondering who those people are, that would be Fred and Toody. So when I started thinking about what I wanted to say tonight, I had some grand plan to go through all the weird anecdotes of my life where people have realized that my grandparents are punk rock stars. And there were far too many to list once I started thinking about them, so I thought I would just say the first time I realized everybody's grandparents weren't in a rock band, and the most recent time I realized it. So I remember being in 5th grade in my elementary school cafeteria, and it was a few weeks after Grandparents' Day. And one of my best friends, whose name was also Morgan, asked me how my cowboy grandparents were doing, and I had no clue what she meant. And she asked me again, she was like, you know, the ones that were just at Grandparents' Day. And I went, oh, you mean the ones in the band? And I remember we were standing in line in the cafeteria waiting for our food, and she looked at me and she went, how could you not tell me they were in a band? And I was like, oh, I just thought that was a normal fact of everybody's grandparents. So that would have been the first time that I realized that Graham and Cappy were a little unique. The most recent time I realized it was last night, actually. I live in LA now, and I flew up here this morning, and one of my friends, when she was trying to get me to finish a second bottle of wine, was asking me why I couldn't, and I said, I have to get up early tomorrow for a flight, and she said, oh, where are you going? I said, home for 24 hours. My grandparents are being honored by the city of Portland. She, of course, said, that's awesome, how come? And I said, oh, they're in a rock band. And she said, no way. And I said, yes, you can find them on Wikipedia. So she Googled Fred Cole, and she read your whole article. She's now a huge fan. And that's usually how it goes. So I wanted to keep this brief, but I wanted to say something on behalf of all the grandchildren and everybody else whose lives you guys have touched. Thank you so much for teaching us that it's okay to be weird, and it's actually encouraged. Thank you for making my life what it is, the city of Portland what it is, and thank you to everybody for coming out tonight. It's really awesome, and I can't wait to add this story to my ever-growing list of awesome things that Fred and Toody have done. Thanks, guys.
Come on. That was beautiful. All right, I want to welcome to the stage Jenny Don't and the Spurs. This band has Dead Moon just in their DNA. Well, you got Sam Henry on drums. I don't know if he needs an introduction even, but an incredible drummer. He was in a little band called the Wipers, another one called the Rats. Maybe 500 other bands that were pretty good. This guy's serious business. And just watching him play drums is one of the most fun things you can ever do. And I do believe he was Andrew Loomis's favorite drummer of all time, if I'm not mistaken. And there he is. Kelly Halliburton is in this band, who was in Pierced Arrows with Fred and Toody, toured with them extensively. His dad was even in a band with Fred and Toody back in the day. Jenny Don't is right behind me. and Chris, who's played in 1 million country bands and 1 million hardcore bands. Is this true? True. But Jenny Don't is important too. She's been on 1 million tours with Fred and Toody in a little band called Don't, as well as this band right here. Don't catch yourself on fire, Jenny. Not tonight. Anyhow, here they are, Jenny Don't and the Spurs.
Typical fashion, we're not quite ready yet. Kelly isn't ready, he's never ready. Even if it's me, I'll blame it on Kelly.
How short?
Sam Henry, watch your foot.
Where are we? Who?
Marching drumsticks.
Fred and Toody are still here. Guys didn't sneak out yet. I guess it's kind of hard to sneak out when you're in two thrones or you're pretty much an
I haven't done this since I.
We're doing Down the Road. Thank you guys for coming and supporting Fred and Toody and Dead Moon and what they've contributed to the music scene in Brooklyn. It's really flattering to be a part of this, and it's nice to see so many familiar faces and new faces, and it's good. So, you ready? Let's get this thing going. Yeah. Ready? Yeah. Oh my God.
One, two, three, four.
I've been stranded in a storm, see through the rain, trying to see what to take from me. I could never go back, even if I thought I could. I was one of the remnants from a burned out scene, trying to prove it from the days of teen. I'd never come back, to what they thought they were now. Down the road, down the road, I can still remember being here a long time ago. Down the road, and I can still remember being here a long time ago. Well, I've been picking up the pieces from another hard fall, waiting by the phone for the overseas call. They wanted my past, and they wanted it now. I can feel it in my veins, sensing in the air. Somebody was coming to take me away. Waited for so long, baby, it's the price that we pay. Hey, down the road. Down the road, I can still remember being here a long time ago. Down the road, oh, down the road, I can still other way. Hey, down the road, hey, down the road, I can still remember being here a long time ago. Hey, down the road, hey, down the road, and I can still remember being here a long time ago. Oh, down the road, hey, down the road, and I can still remember being here a long time ago. Yeah, down the road, oh, down the road, and I can still remember being here a long time ago. Let's go, hey, down the road, oh, down the road, I can still remember being here a long time ago. Hats off to Fred, Toody, Dead Moon. Cheers, Portland. Thank you guys for showing your support. We love you guys. Thanks everybody for making this come together.
All right, we're on to the final band of the night. And, City Hall wanted me to let you all know that there's no more entry into the building, just so you know, unless you're in a band. All right, I usually hate audience participation, but Dead Moon is the one band that could get away with it. At the end of their shows, often there would be some audience participation, and even the most hardened heart would take part in it. So we're going to do a little sing-along, and I'd like to introduce to the stage a really good friend of mine who's one of my favorite musicians in Portland. He's been making DIY music in Portland since, 1959? Something like that? Jeez, I don't know. But he's the real deal, and we're bringing it back to the roots, because this is where Dead Moon comes from, is old school R&B, rock and roll. That's the thing that they come from, and don't you ever forget that. So, Fred, Toody, here it is. And if y'all turn to your programs to the last page, there's the lyrics to this song if you want to sing along, and it's a little song called Can't Help Falling in Love with You. And here is Eudaly Thomas.
I get this one, huh? How's everyone? Oh, it's so nice to be here. And you know what? It ain't even cold. We got all these warm hearts, all these warm souls gathered together tonight to get funky. Yes, sir. Uh-huh. Okay. All right. We're getting it together up here for you. This is very, very pleasing. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Should I go? Would it be a sin? I can't help falling in love with you. Lonely rivers flow up to the sea. darling, so it goes. Some things were meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too, 'cause I can't help falling in love with you. No, I can't help falling in love with you. Yes, Dead Moon. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank all the sponsors and thank Eric for having me.
Ladies and gentlemen, Earl Thomas in the Pain. There it was. That's it. That's it. We're calling it good. The candle just made it. I don't know if you can see this from back where you are, but it is on its last leg, meant to be. Here's a couple square things to say. If you could clean up after yourself, that'd be great, because there's those 4 volunteers who are in charge of cleaning this whole area. It'd be good to help them out. Dante's at 9. There's an after party. But the biggest thing to say is that it's just amazing. I teared up 4 times tonight at least, and it's just amazing you all came out for this. And Fred and Toody, thank you so much for coming out and being who you are. Andrew, we love you. Dead Moon Night is now an official holiday of Portland, Oregon, forevermore. Something good happened in 2017. Don't forget that. One thing happened. Have a good night.
And I'm certainly not going to put the pedal to the metal in my drive home, so I think I feel pretty good.